Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Jeepers Creepers, and this movie came out in 2001, and it is a horror movie that has been on my watch list for a while. I don't know why, it just looked interesting. Just looking at the poster, I was like, oh, okay, this could be interesting, so I decided to check it out, and I thought it was very bad. It was quite possibly one of the dumbest horror movies I've seen, I don't know, in a long time, at least, probably in the past 5 years or so, maybe even possibly longer. There were a couple things that I liked, some disturbing imagery that I thought was well handled, and the movie does get more entertaining when the villain is on screen, even if that isn't saying all that much, because our two main lead characters are just incredibly unlikable. There was nothing that I liked about them. They weren't interesting. They were just dumb movie characters that I did not want to see on the screen. And just from the opening shot of the movie, I was concerned because it was going on for a while. And in any other movie, I would praise that. But I was getting some Friday the 13th vibes, the original from 1980. I was getting some vibes from that movie where it had to be at least 90 minutes, and there are parts that are just like so padded out because it was trying to hit that runtime. And this movie is kind of similar in that way, or at least for a little bit, because for a good chunk of the movie, nothing really happens. You don't even get to the first kill of the movie until like halfway through the movie. And before that, it's just watching dumb characters do dumb things and them speak in a very annoying manner. Justin Long was kind of annoying. He was very over the top at points, and I just couldn't stand him. And really, both main characters are like that. They keep pounding it into your head that they're siblings. And I was just thinking to myself, you could have just said that once and that would have been fine. And then they say it a second time, like 10 seconds later, and I was like, okay, you probably didn't need that. But throughout the course of the film, they just pound it into your head. And I'm like, just stop. I get it. You don't need to do that anymore. I never once found the movie to be scary, and I was predicting that this movie would not scare me from the first 10 minutes of the movie. And what do you know? I was right. I was not scared one bit while watching the movie. Not necessarily because it's a dated horror movie, and it's because partially early 2000s horror movies kind of get under my skin in a bad way that just irritates me. Not because of that, but mainly because the way things were presented, I just couldn't get behind, and the way the villain was treated, it was just not that interesting to watch. This is also one of those movies where nothing really makes any sense, especially with the actions of the characters, because characters are just like slowly walking around when they should desperately trying to escape. And it's like, do you want the villain to catch up to you and kidnap you or kill you or whatever? Like, what are you doing? Like, time is not on your side. And everything in this movie is just so stretched out. It just feels like everything needs to be stretched out to the point where it has to be at least 90 minutes. Like Friday the 13th, the original from 1980, that movie needed to be at least 90 minutes. This movie, it kind of felt like it had the same goals in mind, and nothing interesting ever happens throughout the entirety of the film. And also, what really hurts the horror in this movie is that they're just really goofy. Like, I couldn't take anything seriously. Like, the main villain, the design of the character, it's okay, but the way the film treats him, it's just, he's a goofball almost. Like, he's a cartoon. Like, really? We're doing that? The music in this movie was also awful. It kept insisting that scary things were happening, and it was never earning these emotions, and it was very manipulative in that sense. The movie also did kind of remind me of The Descent. I know that movie came out after this movie, but I was just thinking about that movie and how much more effective that film was, and the creatures in that movie were, like, design-wise, they were very similar to the antagonist of this movie. I just kept thinking of that. I was like, that film treated its antagonists a lot better and had a lot more to offer than this movie does. And that's about all I have to say about Jeepers Creepers. It was boring, stupid, and it had literally nothing to offer me. There were a couple things that I liked, but that was about it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Jeepers Creepers a 2 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Jeepers Creepers, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for a film that I've seen at least once before, maybe twice. I know I've seen it before, I just haven't seen it in a while. And that is The Day After Tomorrow, directed by Roland Emmerich. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.